Hi everyone, Minkey here with the next part of Let's ASAP Pokemon Lessons Arceus. Alright, today we are, I don't even know what we need to do next, but we are here today. So, today we currently have, I don't even know, man. I mean, today is the 19th of September, 2025. Just for sake of argument, if you will. So, yeah, okay, we need to, I think we need to craft some stuff, don't we? Something like that. You can use the workbench here at the craft works anytime you need to make an item in the village. And I'll supply what you need to make your first Pokeballs once you're ready to begin. Call it my way of saying congratulations on joining us. You spend the money you got from the captain on clothes or whatever you think is best. Oh yeah, we probably should go do that actually. Let me do that first then actually. Go up to the workbench and choose an item to craft. In this case a Pokeball. Yeah, we know how to craft, man. Alright, before I do that, let me go buy something if I can. Because that lady did come up to us and say like if you want to buy anything, you know. So I can't even remember to be honest. See something you want, it's yours for a price. If it's not here, by all means craft it yourself. Okay, you can just buy stuff outright, but obviously that costs money instead, so yeah, not going to buy that just yet. Welcome young man, what can I help you with today? Hairstyle for 500? Okay, I guess I can do that, but let me get some clothes first. Alright, the special parcel has arrived with your name on it. What is this? A modern jacket, a pair of modern trousers, and a pair of modern shoes. Okay, wow, nice. What a precious gift. Jeez, please take good care of this fine attire. Yeah, you bet. Alright. What, another one? What? Shaman fancy kimono and a pair of shaman fancy bottoms. Okay, what else have I got? Wait, shaman? What? As well as like, wait, you can craft? Did you say craft or just purchase? I don't even know, man. I wasn't paying attention. I'll probably change, yeah. Alright, what can we get then? Something nice, hopefully. I mean, we've only got 3,000 Pokequid, really? This is pretty expensive, man. Alright, Flat Cap Sapphire looks really nice. Might get that. Indigo, maybe? Flat Cap Amethyst. That's a bit. I don't know. That looks too much like blue. That looks too red for me. I don't know. Flat Cap Blue Spruce. I guess. Woven hat. Okay, we get some cheaper stuff as well. Wait, what's that? Oh, headband. Okay. We might go for a headband depending on what hairstyles we can get. I'll probably decide that afterwards because I might have to research some ideas, if you will. In fact, actually, I should also check what else we've got. Actually, what other this modern clothes and the shaman clothes. Cause like I might want to get some blue clothes or purple clothes. I'm not sure though. It really depends on. In fact, let's have a look at what we can change into. Like change clothing. Alright, what's this? Modern jacket, wow. That's clearly the Jack Atlas, not Jack Atlas, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! What's his name? Cyrus, that's clearly the hat. Okay, you got Shaman, that's pretty cool. Don't know if I'll wear that though, to be honest. Yeah, I could go for that. I don't know, it really depends on what we've got though. Modern trousers, I mean that's obviously Cyrus again, it's Cyrus attire. Those do look really nice trousers though, to be fair. Casualty, oh that's that, I don't want that. I don't want that one. Modern shoes. I think again that's Cyrus's shoes and sandals. Yeah, I'd probably go for the modern shoes to be fair for now. Those look normal, if you will. Well, not normal, but you know, it's like I don't know. Alright, oh, this is eyes actually. We can actually change our eyes. Nice. How do we change our eyes? We can't even. Can we zoom in? We can. Okay, nice, nice. Okay, let's get some good clothes then. Oh, just some good eyes, even I should say. Okay, that actually looks really nice. Ultramarine versus purple. Yeah, ultramarine looks a bit more bright, if you will. Pink, yellow, black, pale blue. Okay, that's a bit too pale for me. Green. I say that, but I barely get enough sun as it is. But that's on the skin, not on the eyes. Alright, okay, I think this is fine. Yes. Alright, what to buy then? So like I said, I'm fine with the trousers. I don't really want to get a headband. Unless, well, I might get a headband next time. Alright, let's go for something that I can get now, and then depending on the hairstyle that I get next time, maybe I'll go for something like that, if you will, in the future. So, okay, so I'm going to go with the blue cap, the sapphire flat cap, but it depends on the clothes I get as well. That actually matches up pretty nicely, I think. That looks pretty nice, I think. I'm not sure, though. Alright, it's sapphire colour again, but I think I might go for purple, I think. Amethyst. I guess we can go for that. Or we can go for, like, different sets. Okay, nice. Do these have to go together as well, though? Like, if you get the Karate G Sapphire or Tangerine or whatever, do they have to stay the same colour together? If you will, like, do you have to keep the same top and trousers or not? I don't know, man. Maybe I'll try that in the future when I got more money, but yeah. Do I want glasses? Probably not, to be honest, because I don't wear glasses in real life, but I guess I could go for something cool. Yeah, there's not really at the moment I want to get, so I guess in that case I don't want trousers, so let's go for amethyst with this one, and then yeah, put that on, and then let's get the flat cap, which is blue, and then obviously all these prices go red simply because I can't afford them anymore. But I'll still go for the headband as well. I'll still get the headband anyway. Which one do I want? I guess I'll go for the indigo one, just to be a bit different, if you will. But I'm not going to change into it just yet. So that leaves us with only 100 Pokequid. So that's fine. That's weird. Oh, no, I don't want to... Okay, hang on. How do you jump? I can't even remember, to be honest. Where's the controls? Here we go. Alright. Crouch or rise. Dodge. Okay, so it's Y. Oh, you probably can't do it here simply because it's like not in a bad area or whatever, you know, it's not in anywhere kind of thing. I'm also going to make as many of these as I can, which is 19. Well, technically it's 20, but I always like to have at least one remaining of each item, so I'm going to make 19, so for the sake of argument. Oh yeah, the basics of crafting. Took me a bit longer because I was buying clothes, but oh no, that's some fine craftsmanship. Hard to believe that this was your first attempt stepping up to the workbench. But I mean, I know, right? I did 19 in one go. You'll recall, of course, that Pokemon possess the odd power to shrink themselves down. What? No, that's Pokeballs, is it? Or did I misread it? I don't know. With the Pokeballs we craft, we can make use of that power to catch them. Isn't the Pokeballs literally the item that shrinks them down, or is it just them that shrinks them down? I don't know, man. That's weird. I mean, if it is Pokemon that is purposely making them shrink down, then I guess technically you can say maybe to a degree that they are Digimon, but that's too much of a stretch, to be fair. Also, that more Pokemon species can be duly recorded in a Pokédex. And on that note, here you are. Oh yeah, we got the Pokédex, nice! Oh yeah, look at that, we got a Pokédex, very nice. Alright, what do we have in here? We got Cyndaquil, Oshawott, Rowlet, which isn't registered for some reason. I mean, I guess they are, but I mean, maybe we need to register them properly. Maybe we need to go into the field again or something, or maybe they'll just register in a second. But obviously, we've got stuff to do. Now, this is what I might have said this before, I can't remember, but basically, this information right here, these research tags for Rowlet, research tasks for Rowlet, or Cyndaquil, or Oshawott, or Togepi, or whoever, right? You don't need to do these for the ASAP run, at least not for a 100% version. Right? You only need to do them if it's like something like, well, it's not even really you need to do them, it's just like a case of like getting the Pokédex complete, if you will. So like, you know what I mean? So it's like, if it's like, say for example, like, I can't remember, I think Stantler has this move, for example, that where you have to use it 20 times in order to evolve the Stantler into their evolution, right? Worthy, I think they're called. So you have to evolve them by using that move. But that move is also in their Pokédex tasks, right? Meaning that you do need to do the task in order to evolve them, if you will. So you do need to do it for the Dex, if you will. But that's because that it just so happens to align like that in the same way, if you will. Another case of example of, if you will, is like, for example, Rowlet says that you need to evolve them. I think it says you need to evolve, right? Yeah. Their Pokédex also says, number of evolved, 1. That's the only thing you need to do in terms of evolving them. So, like, yeah, we need to evolve a Rowlet, right? To get the second evolution, the middle evolution, right? We're not evolving Rowlet because they need to do their task. We're evolving Rowlet because we need the middle evolution in the Dex, for example. To give another example, we have Bidoof here, right? It says number you've evolved, 1, right? So the thing is as well, we can catch a Bidoof, right? And we will need to evolve, we'll need to get B-Barrel, right? We can evolve Bidoof into B-Barrel, or, alternatively, you can just catch a B-Barrel. Catching a B-Barrel is totally fine as well, meaning you would have, obviously, a Bidoof and a B-Barrel in that case, rather than just an evolved Bidoof that is now a B-Barrel, that kind of thing. So, like, in this case, you don't need to worry about the tasks themselves, if you will. You only need to worry about the tasks as like a 101% kind of thing. So, like, for example, if you wanted to do a 101% version of an ASAP run for Lessons Arceus, then on top of having, like, assuming you're doing an ASAP area run, which I don't think you can do a boss or unit run on this game, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe, you might be able to do a boss run, I'm not sure about unit runs though, but if you were to do an ASAP area run like I am, before you go to the second area, which isn't, obviously, the Obsidian Fieldlands, that's the first area, right? That counts as the first area. Jubilife Village doesn't count as its own area, in this case. What you would do is, while you're in the first area, or whatever, you would have to fill out this all the way through from Bidoof, if you will, while you only have access to the first area, if you will. Or not while you only have access to the first area, it's not a case of like you have to not gain access to the second area, it's just a matter of not going to the second area until you've done everything you possibly can for the ASAP run. That's the point. So you can unlock as many areas as you want, you just can't go to the next areas until you finish up in the first area. And then when you go to the second area, you can go back to the first area, should there be something now in the first area that you unlock by going to the second area. But if you can't get it yet, then you can't get it yet, kind of thing. So like, for example, if there's a flying Pokemon that you just can't get because you don't have the way of getting them yet in that case, and you had to come back for it later, that's totally fine, if you will. Or if there's like an area you can't get up to yet because you don't have the right field Pokemon to carry you there, you just can't get them yet, therefore you just go on to the next area, even though you've not 100% of the area yet, if you will, if that makes sense, hopefully. So, do tell me if you want a different example for a different game or whatever, because I can provide other examples, Obviously, if it's a newer game, like if it's a game that's been released in the past 3 years, preferably don't ask me in the comments, preferably ask me instead in like somewhere else, I guess, because I mean obviously other people are gonna want to know as well, and they might not want to know spoilers for a game that isn't 3 years old yet, which obviously, to be fair, kind of don't check comments if it's a game that's 3 years old yet, and even then, it's still a bit widespread, if you will, with spoilers, because obviously, at the same time, like, it could be an older game, you know, a game that's even older than you, and yet you still don't want spoilers for it, if you will. You know, like, for example, like, for me, I haven't played any of the Metroid games yet, you know. Now, I don't really care for Metroid spoilers, because I don't have a leg in Metroid, if you will. I'm not a player of Metroid or anything like that. But if I wanted to go in spoiler-free, for example, I mean, it doesn't matter that there's games that are older than me for the Metroid series, you know, it shouldn't matter in that case, because, like, why should I have my experience ruined for a game that's even older than me, just because it's several years, maybe even several decades old at this point, you know? Why should I have my experience ruined just because someone else wants to talk about it, if you will, you know? Like, you don't need to talk about it to someone who doesn't want spoilers for it, you know? You could talk about it to a Metroid fan base kind of thing, you know? Or whatever, you know what I mean, that kind of thing, if you will. So, you know, just so you're aware, that's kind of how I feel it, if you will, and I think most people, if not everyone, can get behind that, if you will, you know, because it's like, I mean, to me, in my honest opinion, if you spoil something for someone, if you purposely do it as well, or, like, if you do it without caring or anything like that, then I don't think you're a fan of the game, to be honest. Like, knowing now that I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't know if I want spoilers or not for Metroid, but if I said, I don't want spoilers for Metroid, and then a Metroid fan, quote-unquote, comes along, if you're someone who plays Metroid a lot or whatever, comes along and ruins Metroid for me, now that I said I don't want spoilers in this hypothetical situation, I would not call them a Metroid fan, because they've purposely gone out of their way, if you will, even if it's only a comment, to ruin part of the games for someone, you know? You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So that's what I think in that case, if you will. So, you know. But anyway, so yeah, in this case, like, obviously, like I said, in a 100% version, which is what I'm doing a 100% version, not a 101% version. In a 100% version, where you don't have to do everything, you just have to fill out the Pokédex in this case, you don't have to worry about these, basically, is what I'm saying, if you will. That's the overall point here, so you don't have to worry about this point, if you will. So, yeah, you don't have to, we can continue on without having to worry about it. But in a 101%, we do have to worry about it, if you will. We have to fill out as much as we possibly can. So, meaning we do have to evolve Bidoof at least once to fill out that whole evolving Bidoof portion. So, I prepared this volume just for you. I hope it aids well in your aim to seek out all the Pokemon there are in this great region, or in this grand region. You have to complete lots of research tasks. Oh, can't do that. Research, that's bad. To help the professor fill out the Pokédex. The same goes for me, of course. I've also got Pokemon to research as a Survey Corps member. Also, yeah, I don't think this game is very good then, because we have to do research, you know, and research is very bad and kills people, and, you know, it's very hard and difficult and whatever, and it's just very bad, and we don't like research. I'd be all too happy. Of course, I'm joking, by the way. I actually do love research. I love the idea of it and whatnot. And in a way, it kind of helped me realise that my hater was as much of a hater as they were. So, you know. I'd be all too happy to explain more about the research tasks I could use your assistance with. Come join me in the Fieldlands camp whenever you are ready, my good Minkey ASAPA. Alright, getting to work with research tasks, and this is the end of the game, because we don't like research. No, I'm kidding. Hey, excuse me, I couldn't help it over here. If you're going to the Fieldlands camp, would you mind taking care of a request for me? I'm standing guard, so I can't leave my post, but I'll be here at headquarters if you want to talk about it. Now, as far as I'm aware, you don't need to do requests. At least not typically anyway, you don't need to do them. Unless they lead to a new Pokemon for your decks, you don't need to worry about requests. You know, you don't need to worry about that, so I probably will do them for the most part, but but again, obviously, if they don't lead to a Pokemon, they still count towards 101% in that case. So, people who have something to ask you will have a request icon displayed above them. If you fulfill the request, you may receive a nice reward. So yeah, obviously we can talk to them and see what they say. Hey, so there's this Pokemon called Wurmple. Have you heard of them? Yeah, of course I have. Well, you see, I was having a chat with Professor LaFenton, and he told me that after a Pokemon gains a certain amount of experience through battling and the like, they will sometimes change their form and become stronger. He said it was a phenomenon called evolution. Yeah, what's this? Some Pokemon can undergo evolution, which changes their appearance and stats. If one of your Pokemon has met the requirements to evolve, you'll be able to select the evolve option when viewing the Pokemon in your satchel. And so I decided I want to raise a Wurmple myself and have them evolve. You're part of the Survey Corps, aren't you? If you catch a Wurmple, would you let me have them? There'll be a reward in it for you, I promise. Just get me a Wurmple if you can. So yeah, we need to catch at least 3 Wurmples if we're to do this as well. Because I don't know if you can catch Silken and Catskin in this game, but you need to catch one for him as well. Although, like I said, you need to obviously also afford them to Silken and Catskin, but you also don't really need to worry about the tasks if you want the requests, if you also, Now, I forgot the controls already. How do you speed up? Dodge. I don't know, I feel like I was moving faster. Oh, okay, that's how you move faster. Okay, so you press the control stick. Okay. Nice. Alright, how long has it been? 24 minutes almost. Heading outside the village, are we? Stay safe out there, kid. Alright, so yeah, we've got nowhere else to go at the moment, so obviously we're fine, but obviously, as we go along. Alright. Right, so let's get to it then, shall we? In order to complete the Pokédex of ours, there are a great many research tasks I'll need your help to carry out. The details of these tasks can be found in the Pokédex for you to reference any time. Research tasks are tasks you need to carry out to complete the Pokédex. Each Pokémon species has a different number and variety of research tasks. Press the down button to open your Pokédex, then check what kind of research tasks are available for the Pokémon you've registered. When you focus on a wild Pokemon in the field using the Saddle button, you can also instantly check the research tasks for that species by pressing the down button to open your Pokédex right to that page. Some Pokemon have some unusual research tasks, so be sure to check them out. You must catch and battle diverse Pokemon species and carry out plenty of research tasks. Do so and you'll gain research points and other rewards for your work.
You'll also probably die.
One last piece of advice, Minkey. If you see a wild Pokemon's attack coming your way, dodge like your life depends on it. Because it literally does. Here, watch closely and remember what I do so you can do it later. Beautiful flowing bit of gymnastics is what we call a dodge. If you light on your feet, you can dodge out of the way of a wild Pokemon's attacks. That way, hopefully, you can avoid taking a beating and blacking out in the wilderness. And there's more punishment in this game as well for blacking out, so you've got to be really careful about that because you lose items as well. You can just hope that someone finds it for you, but even so. The security corps had to collect me when I got the business end of Shrink's Thundershock. But don't you worry, I've got lots of experience to draw on and I'll teach you plenty. Oh yeah. Alright. So yeah, obviously we've got to make a bit more progress. Then let me share some Survey Corp's wisdom. Focus on the Pokemon set L button, then press the down button to open the Pokédex. But we already said this, didn't we? You'll see what tasks you have on that Pokemon. You might have noticed that you have a research task to do with how many BDs you've caught. That's right, catching just one isn't enough. You need 2, then 4, then more and more. Which you still get experience points, so at least as that. Yeah, I mean you can also defeat them as well in battle. And when it's time to battle a Pokemon, remember the character switching wisdom. If you have items out, press X to ready your Pokemon. Give it a try now if you want. Go on ahead. Or I'll go on ahead. Alright. Alright, so B to like sneak or whatever. Alright. Nice. And yeah, when you're in the grass as well, the you get like a little like effect in the corners. This indicates that you're actually, hidden away more as well. So, and yeah, as you see, you actually get to see what? Oh, I was misreading it, yeah. Yeah, it actually brings you up on the page. Yeah, I was misreading it because I was like, okay, so the number you've caught. So right now I've obviously caught 2, right? It tells you how many you have actually genuinely caught, but obviously it only fills out if you've actually gotten the number you need. So you need 1, which obviously the first one counts as that. Then you need 3, so I need 1 more at the moment. 6, 12, 25. That's how many you need to catch. And then it said, like, number you've evolved, and I was thinking, like, okay, it's filled in 2 for some reason. Like, what? And it's like, why have I evolved 2 all of a sudden? Then I realised, like, oh, I was looking at the lines differently, or wrong, if you will. So, and then finally the last line, investigated the Bidoof that bothers the village. That's weird. Why is that part of this already, like, why is that part of this here? Surely that'd be question marks or whatever, or that'd be like bonus stuff, if you will, surely, right? Because like, that doesn't make sense to add it now, oh well. But yeah, number of different forms you've obtained. I think that just means I've got 1 male and 1 female, so let me have a look. Yeah, 1 male and 1 female, so yeah, that's really nice then. And yeah, I might as well. Should I train this one up? I guess I will, because I can't really transfer them back anyway, I don't think. I'll have to go back to the thingamajiggies, but oh well. And yeah, I'm not going to get too many. I might as well just catch a few just to train up a little bit, but obviously at the same time, it's like, it's just getting me more experience points as well, so. And if anything, as well. Okay, never mind. And if anything, as well, like, me catching... What was that? I just heard something, I feel like. Okay, maybe it's just a sound effect. Oh, I need to do some Eevee training, actually, on my other game, actually. I didn't realise I was that late. Alright, on that note, I guess I'll quickly do that then, because I want to make sure I actually get some Eevee training done. So, yeah, let me pause the recording, actually, and then I will get back to you in a few moments. So, yeah, just for reference as well, it is 9:15 AM as we speak, if you will, at this point in time as I end this video. So, just so you're aware. Alright, so I did have to save and quit for a second, because I wanted to make sure the recording went well, and this is how it starts. I'm not even hiding, I'm just here, if you will. So, yeah, we need to go this way then. Actually, wait, hang on, before I do go though, let me change the controls actually, because I hope I can change the controls anyway. Let me have a look. Where is it? Yeah, that one. Yeah, because I've been playing another game, and I think it's the other way around on that game. But yeah, here we go. So, yeah, let's do that then. Now, that will give Rowlet, and only Rowlet, some experience points. So, there is that as well. So, yeah, you gotta be careful about that, if you will. Not careful, but you know what I mean, like, if you want to specifically train another Pokemon, or if you know someone else needs a bit more experience points, use them against a tree, because as long as it's not shaking, if you will, because then if it's shaking, that means there's a Pokemon in there, and you kind of want to focus on training, if you will, and whatnot. So, anyway, I think you've got it. But as a reminder, don't forget to open your Pokédex when you focus on a Pokemon to check your research tasks for it. It's just set out, then down. Try checking your tasks for Starly next. Why? One of your tasks is to catch Starly without being spotted, right? For that task, try catching them while hiding in some tall grass, which I've obviously just shown off. But I mean, well, it's obvious to us that I've shown it off. It's not obvious to the game that I've shown it off. So the game's not really gonna know that, if you will. Or at least in some cases, yeah, maybe it should, but you know what I mean. It's not a big deal as long as it's not in the way, Can't really have a go at the game for that. You know what I mean, that kind of thing. Alright, it's 3 starters here, okay, nice. Oh, I missed. Nice. Alright, so yeah, if anything, this is at least getting me more experience points and more wonder trades as well. So there's at least that. I can't even see you, man. Nice. Oh, man. Oh, this is Starly. Okay, nice. Oh, man. Oh, well. So if we can get them... No, they probably disappeared now. Yeah, never mind. Oh, well. Yeah, I do need to get more members as well for the team, because I don't want to rely solely on Rowlet, because they are weak to flying. So hopefully we can get something. Oh! I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Oh man. What do we have? Okay, nice, we have Gus at least. Yeah, it's been a while since I've actually recorded this. I think it was the middle of June when I last recorded this. Oh, what? Ran away anyway. Oh, well, never mind. Yeah, it was middle of June since I last recorded this, I think. And right now, like I said, it's the 19th of September already, so... Oh well. Yeah, we're just gonna go find a Kari then. Some Bidus here. Yeah, if they're facing away and you throw a Pokeball, then you actually get a better chance at catching them. But that clearly wasn't on their back. It was on the side. I mean, it looked like it was on their back, to be fair, but it wasn't enough. And I got an Orange Berry for that. Weird. Oh man. Oh, never mind. Alright, these are here as well, which are nice, but if they're shaking again, then that means there's a Geodude inside them, or usually a Geodude anyway. Or Graveler, I should say. Should have your Pokemon smash open sparkling rocks, yeah. And there's sometimes they actually sparkle as well, and they actually you got like a little like shiny effect on them as well. It doesn't mean that there's shiny Pokemon. It just means that it just means they get better items. Is basically it, if you will. So around here you can find a Pokemon called Breezel. They've got an aggressive disposition. That means they'll try to hit you with their moves, just like Shinx, and you'll need to battle to catch them. Of course, if you can hide away from them, then you don't need to worry too much. If you take too much damage within a short time, you'll be in danger of blacking out. You can tell you're in danger when the edges of the screen turn red. Damage goes away after a time, but you won't begin to recover if you're still being targeted by a wild Pokemon. If you take further damage after the edges of the screen have turned red, you'll become overwhelmed and black out. So yeah, you gotta be really careful about that. Yeah, you gotta see them use the certain move as well. I think it's Aquajet you gotta see them use, but I think you're fine to use that if they use Aquajet as a wild Pokemon, you know. To be precise, you have to see them use the move in battle. That's right, some tasks require battling. Okay, that's fine, I guess. But I think though, like I said, I think it doesn't matter if it's your Breezel or an opponent's Breezel who's using it. So, now go on ahead, you take care of some Breezel's research tasks and come back to me. Now, to be fair, we need to catch a Breezel anyway, so hopefully we can get one and then I can replace them in the team or something. I mean, I can battle them, if anything. If really need be, you know. I had a Wurmple! Nice. I had a Wurmple, where is that? I had a Wurmple somewhere, I swear. To be fair, as well with Wurmple, I probably should catch a bunch of them and then see what I need. Starly, okay. Yeah, it's not free experience points to be fair, but I keep hearing a Wurmple and I really want to get one. You know. Oh, an Eevee! Oh man. I don't react fast enough. I could have got an Eevee, and I think if you can get an Eevee, that means you basically can get all 7 of the evolutions at this point. There's 7 in it. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. No, 8. All 8 of the evolutions, including Sylveon as well. So, obviously, I'd rather outright catch one first and then get the other 7, if you will. But and the thing is, though, actually, to be fair, right? So I've said this in Sword and Shield and BDSP as well. But there's a home Pokédex you need to fill out, and where as far as I'm aware, you need to get an Eevee from this game, right? And you need to get all 8 evolutions specifically from this game. You can't you can't catch them in Sword and Shield, transfer them to Legends Arceus, and then transfer them on. You can't do that. You have to catch the Eevee in this version, if you will, and then evolve them in this version. Well, I mean, you can evolve them in any other version, and I think it'll still be fine. So, I think you can get an Eevee from this game, evolve them into any of the evolutions in Sword and Shield or BDSP, and it'll still count. So, just so you know. Also, here we go, here's the sparkling one, I guess you should call it, not shiny, because that's misleading. But obviously, it sparkles, so we get more items like Stardust and whatnot. So that's really nice, and I don't think we've got extra experience points though, sadly, but... Oh hey, Wurmple, nice. Alright, nice. Need to get a bunch of them. Nice. Alright. Where did he go? Oh, they must have disappeared. They must have saw me and thought oh, better run away. Yeah, you need to get the Rowlet pretty close to that tree as well in order for it to count. That's very fine. Alright. Yeah, some items you can get as well, which is good for selling and whatnot, usually, or crafting even as well. Yeah, I want to get some more Wurmples, to be honest, though. I think it's something, but I don't know. Yeah, I did get Weasel. Yeah, I was thinking for a second, did I get Weasel? And I did. So that's fine. Yeah, I'm not really going to worry too much about a Wurmple. I'm missing another Pokemon. Put in Eevee, to be fair. I didn't even know they were there because they were hiding as well. Wait, why am I keep on slowing down when I'm here? I don't know, man, that's weird. It's not like I'm pressing B to crouch or whatever. Oh man, there's Shinx that noticed me. Well, the only way to deal with this is to use Rowlet. And I feel like I heard the sound effect that was really weird. Well, okay, I actually need to be kind of careful with this because they are kind of getting low on health, if you will. Well, they're in yellow health anyway, I should say. So, if anything, you know. Alright, I should be fine if I use Gust. And then I can catch them, hopefully. Alright. Yep. Hopefully we can catch this, and then that will help with the Pokédex as well. Not that I really need too much of it, but, you know, at least another Shinx, if anything. So, that's really nice. And then, what's this? Shinx. Nice. Yeah, I think if you try to catch them and fail, you don't get lucky with it, I think they'll notice you outright, even if you're hiding. Which is fine. Well, not fine, but you know what I mean? It's like, you have to be careful about that kind of stuff. So, you know. Alright, now... Oh man, I missed. Alright, now another thing to point out as well is like, so these items that are here, like that you can pick up yourself, you can send out your Pokemon to pick them up for you, which that's pretty cool because it means you can get items from a distance, you know, while in the safety of hiding, but they don't gain any experience for it. So, you know, don't expect experience from it, if you will. You know, like, yeah, it's good for hiding still, like I said, but it's not good for like experience points. So, no point, if you will. You know, or, I mean, there is point, just no point in terms of experience. So, yeah. Okay, that failed, but it's fine. I can get more, like I said. I can get more Bidoof if I really need to. Because again, like I said, I'm just going for like... I guess I could go for like builds as well. That's another thing, or something really nice, if you will. But also, like, in the future, you know, when I get to, when I get better Pokemon or whatever, I can pick some of the good Pokemon to evolve or whatever. Like, these ones I'm just training up just for the sake of argument, because they're the first ones on my team. So, you know, it's just obviously tough, because obviously I need to go back and replace my Pokemon. So, you know. Now, over here, this is a Rapidash, and as far as I'm aware, you can catch them. It is just difficult because they're an alpha Rapidash, which means they are powerful. They are more powerful than expected, even. So you kind of want to hide away from them and hope that you don't get caught. And if you do get caught, then run. They are not going to be very happy to see you. Okay, run. You want to lose their attention, and fast. And you want to give them a moment as well, because they might actually, they might actually not be welcoming for a moment, if you will. So, also, actually, now I think about it, this is actually good for the Pokédex, if you will, for... Yeah, okay, that wasn't one. Me training up these Pokemon, yeah, they're probably not going to be used in the end or anything. They're probably not even got good natures, but at the very least, if anything, what I can do is, for one, I could obviously use them myself anyway, to help fill out the decks, but also, like, when it comes to, like, like filling out the decks, which, like I said, is unimportant for the most part. But at the same time, you know, it might be useful to some degree. Yeah, okay, I thought not. Okay, yeah, you kind of gotta get lucky with them noticing you, I guess. There's obviously a distance between us, and if they're thinking like that, if they got a thought bubble, stay away still, because they might notice you, if you will, you know. Okay, they notice me. Run. All right. Yeah, if I can get there, that'd be pretty cool, man, to be fair. Actually, to be fair as well, maybe I can just get mints or something and use them on these Pokemon. There is that option as well, because on this version, on Legends Arceus, I don't think EVs really matter all that much. I'm not sure. So, I don't know, man, to be honest. Like, I don't think they do anything on this game. Oh, man, missed them. Oh well, let's go. Yeah, I'm not going to try anymore with them. Maybe I'll try them later or something, but if I can get them now, that'd be pretty cool. Pretty cool member of the team, you know? So... I missed them. 7 Pokeballs left as well. Make that 6, so I hopefully get a Ponyta. Okay, nice. Alright, let's try one more time with the Rapidash, with the Alpha Rapidash, and then if we get them, cool. If not, then oh well. I guess I'll end the part there for now, and maybe progress or something. I'm not too sure. Okay, nice. Dang it. Yo, jeez. Okay. Let's see if we can use an Iron Berry actually to attract them. How am I missing? Oh, I've got 1 Pokeball left. Alright. Yeah, just one big movement like that and they can notice you if you're in the line of sight. Alright, last Pokeball. If this one fails, I guess I'll go back or something. 20 minutes nearly for this portion. Oh man. Alright, going back. In fact, actually, can we fly? How do we open the map? There we go. Okay, we can fly back, nice. Alright. Let's have a look what's in here. Actually, no, I want that, actually. Yeah, put all that stuff in there. Because you get limited storage at the moment, you have to buy more space or something. I think it's buying, I'm not sure, but I can't remember. And then here's a crafting table as well, so we can craft more stuff. Which obviously I'm going to craft another 29 Pokeballs, so, you know. Very nice. Okay, so where's my bag? There we go. Alright, let's, yeah, I like to have it like that. Favourite, because I like those, and then I guess I'll favourite these as well, and so these. Okay, nice. You chose as your satchel. Okay, so it always does it in this order, okay, that's fine. Alright, you know, maybe I should have saved one of each item in here as well, but I will. I'll put one in here, and then obviously, you know, And then obviously if I need to, I'll buy some, not buy some more, I'll just see about getting some other stuff, so, yeah. Well, on that note, let me see about the controls. I don't know, man, actually. How did I get rid of the stuff before? I can't even remember, to be honest. Oh, whoops. I can't remember, man. I remember getting rid of the HUD before, but I can't remember. But anyway, hopefully I don't waste any more Pokeballs. Jeez, but I mean, if anything, like I said, it's relatively easy to get more. You just gotta grind them or whatever, you know, get money for your daily stuff. So, you know, just catch a bunch of Pokemon and whatnot, and you're good. So, but yeah, I'm glad we didn't have to run into a storage issue today. Really glad about that. And funny enough, I did run into a storage issue in this other series that I've been recording as of late. I'll link it down below, but I won't say what it is yet because I kind of want to keep it private until I start releasing it. But obviously, you know, you'll see what it is once it starts releasing. So, you know. But yeah, on that note, thank you so much for watching. And next time, hopefully, we can make a bit more progress and hopefully even catch that Alpha Rapidash or something. You know, that would be nice. And maybe I'll even get more of a defined team as well. And in fact, I'll sort out my team as well with the guy as well before next part as well. So I'll make sure to do that. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. And I hope you have a really minky day.